Welcome to the deep dive from the Desk of ShechetAI.
Great to be here.
Today we're plunging into a curated collection of insights that ShechetAI, our intelligence platform, has distilled, from the latest news and research. Our mission, like always, is to give you that shortcut. Help you get truly well-informed without feeling completely overwhelmed by it all.
There's certainly a lot out there.
Exactly. So today we're tackling the evolving landscape of AI through, three crucial lenses: the philosophical, the business, and the societal.
Right.
We'll explore the ethical side of things, like AI and mental health. Then there's the creative industry's cautious dance with automation.
That's a big one.
And finally, something often overlooked, the environmental footprint of our digital lives.
And what's really compelling, I think, is how these areas, which might seem separate at first glance, they're actually deeply interconnected. It reveals these sort of multifaceted implications of our digital future. We're not just looking at what AI can do, but, what it means for us, for everyone.
Exactly. And that leads us actually straight into our first big question. Can an algorithm, truly grasp the nuances of human suffering?
It's a heavy question to start with.
It is. Our journey begins with this compelling report highlighted by PBS News. It dives into how much we're increasingly relying on AI chatbots for mental health support.
Yeah.
And for many people, these tools offer this accessible, maybe anonymous lifeline, bypassing those huge systemic barriers and, frankly, the social stigma that often stop people seeking traditional help.
And while that promise of democratized access, making care available to more people, it sounds undeniably appealing.
It does.
It forces us to confront these really fundamental questions about the very nature of healing. Can an algorithm, no matter how sophisticated it gets, truly comprehend the profound personal landscape of human suffering?
Right.
It's not just a technical question, is it? It's philosophical. It's about authenticity, trust in something that hasn't lived it.
That's such a critical distinction. But then, if you consider the harsh reality, right, our mental health systems are overwhelmed. People desperately need support.
True.
Isn't some form of immediate AI intervention, even if it's imperfect, still better than just nothing?
Yeah.
How do you weigh that immediate usefulness against, maybe a less authentic interaction?
Well, that's precisely the dilemma, isn't it? I saw this hypothetical study mentioned for our discussion anyway in the Journal of Medical AI. It suggested a significant chunk of users getting AI mental health advice actually reported being less likely to seek out human therapy afterwards.
Oh, interesting. Why?
They were mistaking the AI's programmed empathy, the script, for genuine understanding. So it's not just about superficiality.
No.
It raises real concerns that people might bypass that critical self-reflection or, the complex relationship you build with a human therapist. That relationship is often vital for deeper, lasting healing.
So we're really grappling with the ethics here. Delegating such sensitive care. We risk, eroding critical thinking, maybe fostering a false sense of security.
Yeah, potentially delaying or even preventing truly effective help down the line.
It really challenges us to think about our moral obligation. Where do we draw that line between convenience and, genuine human connection when we're talking about mental well-being?
A very fine line indeed.
Okay, so moving from that very delicate landscape of human well-being, let's pivot. Let's talk about another area where AI's influence is hotly debated: the creative industries.
Right.
The Hollywood Reporter highlighted Charlie Brooker's very cautious stance on using AI in things like script writing and production. And, coming from the creator of Black Mirror, a show that often digs into the darker side of tech, that perspective carries some weight, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And Brooker's caution, it resonates strongly from a business angle, too. Look, AI presents studios with these tempting promises of efficiency.
Oh, for sure.
Imagine instantly generating multiple script versions or automating tedious stuff like, initial scene descriptions.
Saves time, saves money.
But there's a profound risk. Over-reliance could just dilute the authenticity, that unique emotional depth that makes storytelling really compelling. The short-term gains in costs might lead to long-term losses in brand integrity, maybe audience trust if everything starts to feel well-generated, homogenized.
Okay, but isn't there also a counter-argument that AI, by handling the mundane, the formulaic stuff, could actually free up human creatives, give them more time for the truly innovative original work?
Yeah.
How do studios balance that potential upside against the very real risk of audiences feeling like something is soulless, or even just rejecting AI-generated content outright?
That's the strategic tightrope businesses have to walk. I think the CEO of A24, this studio known for those really distinctive auteur films, recently warned against leaning too heavily on AI. Said it risks creating content that mimics without true understanding. So the key, it seems, is careful governance. Using AI as a sophisticated aid.
An aid, not a replacement.
Exactly. Maybe for research, world building, even some basic dialogue drafts perhaps, but not as a complete replacement for human ingenuity. The goal should be to safeguard that artisanal craftsmanship, that creative diversity, making sure AI enables artistry rather than eclipsing the unique human spark that gives stories their soul.
So AI poses these complex questions about human connection, creative expression, and then there's this other profound impact, one that's often invisible, its effect on our environment.
Yes, the environmental toll.
An AP News piece really brings this critical societal consequence into sharp focus.
It's a stark reality, often completely overshadowed by all the excitement around digital progress. As AI systems get more capable, more widespread, their energy demands are just skyrocketing.
We don't often think about that, do we? The physical side of digital.
Not enough. We're talking about massive data centers, the literal engines powering AI. They consume vast amounts of electricity, often from fossil fuels, unfortunately, and an astonishing amount of water for cooling.
How much water are we talking?
Well, to put it in perspective, training just one large language model can apparently consume as much water as a small nuclear power plant uses over several days.
Wow. That's genuinely sobering. It really grounds this abstract idea of digital in a physical environmental cost.
It does.
So this raises a really urgent question for us, doesn't it? Are we maybe unwittingly sacrificing ecological stability just for the sake of technological progress and convenience?
It feels like it sometimes.
And on a practical level, what can we actually do? Individuals, corporations.
Yeah.
How do we reduce this accelerating digital carbon footprint?
Practical measures are absolutely vital, and it needs a multi-pronged approach, really. First, optimizing the algorithms themselves, making the code leaner so it requires less power.
Efficient.
Right. Second, a huge push towards powering these data centers with renewable energy. Moving away from fossil fuels is critical. And crucially, just fostering public awareness, making people understand that our digital footprint isn't just about data privacy anymore.
Right. It's physical.
It's about our collective responsibility for a sustainable future. We need technological ambition and planetary health. Otherwise, we risk locking ourselves into a really unsustainable path.
Okay, before we wrap up the main dive, I wanted to touch briefly on an automation idea of the week that popped up from our sources. It offers a glimpse into maybe a more positive, transformative use of AI, something that shows its potential as a powerful aid.
Interesting. What is it?
Well, this concept envisions an advanced natural language presentation creator.
Okay.
Imagine a tool that can take raw data like your quarterly reports, market research, scientific findings, and instantly turn it into compelling, human-like narratives and visual presentations too.
So it writes the report and makes the slides.
Basically, yeah. By integrating sophisticated NLP algorithms, that's natural language processing, helping computers understand and generate human language with user inputs, organizations could craft personalized, professional-grade content almost instantly.
I can see the appeal. That sounds incredibly efficient. Hugely valuable for many organizations.
Right. It sort of democratizes professional-grade storytelling. Makes high-quality communication accessible to everyone, not just people with specialized writing or design skills. But given what we just discussed about creative industries and the risk of homogenization,
The potential downside.
could a tool like this also maybe inadvertently lead to a more standardized, less distinct voice across different organizations, even while it's saving time and empowering users?
That's a really crucial consideration. It highlights the paradox of these powerful AI tools, doesn't it?
Yeah.
While they can definitely boost efficiency and democratize access, the user still needs to be the discerning editor, the curator. The real value lies in offloading the tedious, repetitive parts of content creation.
Freeing up brain space.
Exactly, allowing human intelligence to focus on the strategic thinking, the nuanced messaging, infusing that unique voice. It's about AI elevating human potential, but, and this is key, only if we consciously steer it to maintain distinctiveness. We can't just let it default to some generic AI style.
The tool, not the master.
Precisely.
So our exploration this week, it really reveals that as AI keeps blurring these boundaries between human morality, creativity, ecological responsibility, it truly challenges us. We have to consider not just what technology can do, but critically what it should do.
Absolutely. These insights just underscore the absolute importance of, well, thoughtful implementation, ethical foresight. The future of AI isn't simply about the next technological leap forward.
Yeah.
It's fundamentally about our human capacity to guide its influence responsibly, striving for that critical balance between innovation and, well, integrity.
And that's a wrap on this deep dive.
Yeah.
We really hope this exploration has given you some fresh perspectives, maybe a few aha moments along the way. What resonated most with you today? Was it that delicate balance of AI and mental health? Or the creative industry's sort of tightrope walk? Or maybe that invisible environmental footprint that's shaping our planet?
We really encourage you to keep questioning, keep learning, keep evolving your understanding of this incredibly dynamic field. As you navigate a world that's increasingly shaped by AI, consider how your choices, your perspectives, contribute to its responsible evolution.
Well said. Until next time, keep that curiosity alive.